It's been a while, but today we are going to do a full makeup tutorial, start to finish. Lashes, eyes, the whole jazz. So hang in there and watch something really cool. I always prep my face and eyelids for the Mascara 3D foundation. So I go ahead and spray that on, spray my beauty blender, pat it on my eyelids, and then I'm prepped. And I'm going to be using the B squared brush to apply my all over highlight, and I'll just tell you what colors I'm going to be using. I am using amber, and less is more, but I'm going to use that on my lower part of my face really quick. I apply that all over kind of like lower part of my face, and just like a quick light application. I don't like it heavy. And then I'm going to switch to Aura. And then I'll bring Aura over my nose, onto my cheekbone right here, and on my forehead as well. I'll just bring in a light application. And then I'm gonna put linen. I like to use my finger to apply right under my eye. And this is the linen, which is kind of my new fave. And I just pat it and I'll blend it out with the Beauty Blender after I do contour. I did forget that I prepped my eyelids with the highlight as well. The one I'm putting on my eyelid is the Aura. It's a little bit warmer and it just like helps my shadows stay put without creasing. Switching to my detail hack, I'm gonna put Astoria, and I'm gonna just like hug right along my cheekbone, just like hugging it all the way across. I also put just a little bit across my forehead, and then I'll go right under my jawline with just a small little application of it as well. And then back to 30-second. Just kidding, I lied. I've got to do my nose. So I have the Astoria, and I'm just going to kind of lightly put on a little bit of contour on both sides of my nose here, and then I'm going to blend it down a bit more. Now that it's on there, like I like to pull down and just like blend before I put on a little bit of highlight right down the middle. But it's like perfect amount there, and then I use my finger and I go like right down the center. So here's the trick to my nose contouring. I put linen down the center, but for whatever reason, I have to put a little bit of sunlit right on the tip of my nose. Otherwise, it totally like breaks and comes off. So I do, then I'll come in with the 30-second hack and I'll just kind of quickly blend that out. And I'm gonna go over my contour with the 30-second hack to blend it right before I use a damp beauty blender, just to make sure that it's not super dark. Then just quickly, I will like go right over my highlight. This is just a damp, not dripping beauty blender. And I'll just kind of make sure all my highlight is smooth and more like airbrushed, so that there's not like big clumps or anything like that. Moving on, big fluffy side of the B squared, I'm going into the Bella bronzer because I'm obsessed with this bad boy. Even in the winter, I'm gonna have a bronzy glow. So screw that, snow. No matter what makeup you use, you guys have to have Bella bronzer. Like, it is the perfect glow. Not orangey, not ashy, like it's like the perfect warmest glow that works for any skin type. Current favorite blush is Frenchie. I just like a real natural flush to my cheeks. So I'm just popping on a little Frenchie, and it's like right on the apple of your cheek and kind of up over the contour, like just light, just so it gives like the perfect nap. Okay, I'm gonna go into eyeshadow before I finish everything off. And I like to put a little bit of our setting powder right into the crease of my eyelid. This is the Vanilla Dust, it's translucent, but it just like helps to make sure no creasing happens with so that shadows don't crease. So, okay, going on to that, I'm gonna put on this upper part, I'm gonna come in with the fluffy side of my brush and put in a little bit of Stay Golden. It's kind of just a neutral khaki color. Unfortunately, I'm not a very good eyeshadow person, so I'm pretty basic. I'm like a 2-color sort of girl. I'm gonna switch to my dense side of the eyeshadow everything brush, and I'm gonna use Amethyst. Today, I'm gonna do it right on my lower. I like to pat versus sweep, and I literally just let my brush follow what I call like the almond shape of my eyelid, and I just fill it in with the color on this part only. Same thing for the other side. You can see I'm not like very good at this. I just am filling it in. So you can be a basic eyeshadow bish. It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm gonna flip to the fluffy side here in a second. So I have a little bit of amethyst on the fluffy side of my brush, and I'm just gonna go and sweep in that crease and just kind of like blend it out so it's not like super sharp. So you can see it's just kind of like faded, like ombre'd out or whatever, so it's not sharp. And if they're not quite as dark as I want them to be, then I'll go in and I'll kind of pat again with more color in like right over the almond shape of the eye and just flip back and sweep over. I feel like this is just kind of eyeshadow for the basic girl because I'm just not that talented. I am gonna use a little bit of Bend and Snap, and I'm gonna put that like right in the center here. It's a little bit shimmery. So then to clean it up, because I have my highlights on, I just kind of go like this, just really softly, and it cleans up anything that's kind of like moved over. And I'll just go back through and swipe, make sure it's all. I don't know if this is cool anymore, but I still do it because I like my eyes bolder. So I do my waterline with a gel liner so it stays. This one is just like a Maybelline. I used to do like super dark black, but now I'm just doing like a warm brown so that it's not quite as bold. And then I'm gonna do the whole bottom waterline with this purpley color to match the amethyst. And this is really shimmery. It's super pretty and fun to use. So I'm just gonna go in all along the waterline on my lower lid and just fill in with this like lilac shimmery purple color. Super fun. Then with my eyeshadow everything brush, I have a little bit more of that amethyst, and I'm gonna get it right in the corner on both of my eyes so that it kind of like blends up with the amethyst shadow. You can kind of flip back and go ahead and kind of just like blend them together just so that there's no division, but they're like nice and like smoked out and not like too sharp. I like things to be a little bit lived in. Okay, to finish off my eyes, I'm going to use my very favorite lash brand. I'm a little bit biased because they're my own line, but they are phenomenal and you won't be disappointed. But I do love the cheap duo glue in black. It's the best, you guys. So I'm gonna put glue on. I let the glue sit up a little bit so that it's just tacky and not wet. And then I'm gonna put these on. And I have a lash tutorial on here so you guys can watch that on how I make them fit and cut and set up. There you go, lashes are on. So I like to finish off my lashes with my Know Your Angles brush. And I put a little bit of my dark liner and just go right in the waterline right here so that they blend. Okay, that's it, lashes done. I'm gonna do my brows just a smidge because sometimes they get a little highlight right in the corner and I don't like that. So I'm gonna use this awesome little brow liner and just fill them in. So I literally just like do some flicks and just fill in the front. So it's not like a weird faded shadow color with the highlight on it. And just fill it in. I don't know if you guys use brow gel, but I feel like everybody should. Just like swipe on a little brow gel, hold those sisters in place. They just look so much better. And it's so cheap. Like brow. Okay, eyes, brows, all done. I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of highlight, and I'm probably a little bit of extra with my highlight, but I'm gonna use this one today in kind of this champagne color, and I go right on my cheekbone like this. So then I will blend out with the damp beauty blender so that it's not like a line I just did on my face, but like a candlelit shimmer. Look at that glow, girls. And then with my multitasker again, I'm gonna go right on my lip line, like just the like tip of it before I line my lips and put on some color. I'll bring in a smidge of Aspen right into my Cupid's bow so that it pops out a little bit more and looks like bigger, bolder lips. And then I'm gonna line with Astoria. And I overline my bottom lip so that it looks a little bit bigger. So I got it all lined, and I'll put on a tiny bit of chapstick, and then I will put in some color as well. But I noticed I have this zit that just wants to like pop out, so I'm gonna try to hide that a little bit better. I feel like I want more glow, so I'm gonna use my eyeshadow everything brush all cleaned off, and I'm gonna put on a little bit of Sabrina, like right on the tip of my nose and down the center of it, like really lightly, and up through here. More. Once I'm lined, I'm gonna fill in with a little bit of plum, and then I'm gonna put some gloss over the top. Once I'm lined, I'm gonna fill in with a little bit of plum, and then I'm gonna put some gloss over the top. I'm actually gonna put this one, this color. It's like one of the cream satin lips. And it lasts like all day. Okay, and that is really it for this like purple rain sort of look. I think I'm gonna put on a hat because my hair is not super clean, and I think Prince would be like really proud for the purple reference and the hat. I feel like it's really Prince style.